What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Johnny. Back in here with one more reaction video, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're not doing music on this one. But we're going to have a good time. We may get some laughs out of this video. So as the world may know, the guy Jussie Smollett, or as Juicy as Dave Chappelle calls him, was sentenced to 150 days, which that ain't much. Dude, say it with your chest out, little man. 150 days for a fake hate crime. And I found this video that I just thought it would be golden. I couldn't miss the opportunity to do a reaction to this one. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Get on in here now. You know, the goal is to reach 1 million subscribers and start 1 million conversations. But if we reach 100 million people, we can see that we got a lot more in common than what we think. We just spirits encased in human flesh trying to figure out this thing called life. Now, I'll start this by saying I don't think celebrities are bad people. I know what it's like to go after your dreams, your goals, and to make it. I know what it's like to sign with an agent. I know once you sign with an agent, there's things you can say and can't say. So in this video, I don't want to say 100% of these people because some of them are just really emotional. But 70% of them was like, oh, okay, something happened to Jussie. You want me to repeat what? Okay, I'll say it. But check this out and have a good laugh with me as we see time and time again why I say the media is full of propaganda, consciously or unconsciously.
This is about coming to the aid of another brother that has tasted the brutality of hatred, racism, and bigotry.
Yep.
In this situation, hate won't win. It will not.
No, it will not.
You didn't deserve, nor anybody deserves, to have a noose put around your neck.
You didn't deserve
He had
it, Jussie.
bleach poured onto him.
This needs to stop.
Yes, it does.
He will forgive these people for what they did. But he won't, and we cannot forget their actions.
And
come on, Kevin.
Hopefully this just opens up.
And I like Kevin Hart, man. I really like Steve Harvey. I think they're great individuals, and if you listen to them talk on podcasts, extremely motivational. So that's why I always say, man, separate the art from the artist. Because just because I don't like LeBron James politically doesn't mean I don't think he's a fantastic basketball player. I think Kevin Hart's a fantastic actor. Just somebody didn't enlighten him on this situation. That's why I say you have to slow down and pause before you react, positive or negative. Because you always need to get the full story. And we live in such a soundbite world, such a click system. You want to be the first to get a story out, the first to reply, the first to tweet, the first to say something negative. Just reframe. Sit still and know God. What's meant to be will be. Come on, Kevin.
Opens up people's eyes. It's just what needs to stop, man. God damn, why are we going backwards?
There are a lot of evidence of violent incidents that happen at these MAGA rallies.
This is essentially...
Did she say the MAGA rallies are violent? These gas prices are violent.
terrorism, and you wonder like how deep it goes, these hateful groups that get together, or maybe hopefully it's just two people, but that's what I'm afraid of, that it's going to go a lot
two
deeper.
Nigerians.
Terrorism, because the media does not.
It is.
It is. It's domestic terrorism.
Absolutely.
But I don't like that it's being put out there in the media that this is a possible hate crime. I think that even sows a seed that makes people feel like, well, is he making this up? Well, what is this about? I don't like that. Like, don't put that in people's minds. This man was hurt. He was injured. And
those words will come back to haunt you forever, Miss Lady. This is why everything seems skeptical. Because there's two sides to every story. And I always say, man, I'm a genius to myself. I don't really care what the world think. If a situation is about race, they hop on it like that. Like here locally, there was a school shooting a week ago. Olathe High School. It didn't make national attention. Why? Because the school shooter was a young black man. I don't like how the media tries to sell us race on every story. I'm no one's victim. I don't need you to coddle me or protect me or any of that. So to say, we got to get this to end. It's hard to find real situations when you have millionaires creating hoax. Jussie Smollett lives pretty good. I'm almost positive. I'm sure Empire was giving him a dummy nice salary. But you see how much division he caused between regular, everyday people who are living paycheck to paycheck, who aren't in gated communities, who have to interact with people of different ethnicities on a daily basis? It's time we realize this is what it is, and this is elites pushing a narrative so they can control everyone up under them. We're not as divided as we seem. But pushing this racial narrative is extremely profitable. This fake crime, you know how much money this made on all these networks? CNN, ABC, CBS. The city of Chicago wasted so much money on investigating what happened to Jussie when that money could have went to building community centers for those underprivileged kids on the South Side.
He needs justice.
It's the horrific details, behind the premeditation for this attack. They didn't find a rope, they brought a rope. I mean,
we pretty much thought racism had come a long way when President Barack Obama was president.
But by the way, it had.
Yeah, it had, but
we're going
then
backwards
the
again.
hatred. So if you really want to get into that, you want to build a wall for somebody, build a wall for some of the white nationalists and supremacists.
We have a media that's saying it's a debate whether or not.
And do you wonder why no one trusts the media? Why no one listens to these Hollywood actors or politicians? You guys are extremely well-paid crybabies. And it's like y'all don't even listen to y'all fan base. Because if you blocked out the people who are just as rich as you, everybody else that I know was like, man, that sounds sketchy as hell. Bro was out in the middle of the night going to get Subway, and 2 people in Chicago ran up on him in MAGA hats. Man, come on, cuz. You could have came up with a better narrative than that. With 2 people in Chicago in the middle of the night, 2 white guys in the middle of Chicago with MAGA hats, beating you up as you leave Subway. It's cold as hell outside, and they walk around with nooses. Come on, bro. For you to be an actor, you could have got one of them writers who write Empire and came up with a better story than that, on God.
What just happened to Jussie Smollett is a hate crime. It's absurd. This isn't a debate.
Who is this lady?
There have been people in the government now who have made it okay for people to announce these hateful feelings that they have towards other people.
You mean like the guy who said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black? I agree, man. He really showed that you can say whatever you want and you can't question it. I agree 100,000,000%.
People.
We really need to find these
One of the
people.
things you and I were discussing earlier is clearly anyone who lives with this kind of hate is not terribly bright.
I think she doesn't realize that this, like I said, man, I don't know 90%. I know Steve, I know Kevin. I think I know Terrence and Taraji. But as I say, as an individual who has lived in America my entire life, grew up in a homeless shelter till mama got her Section 8, food stamps came on the 21st every month, seeing extreme poverty. Racism is not the biggest thing holding anybody back. And it's time to start being truthful with the youth. You can accomplish anything, you can do anything. Bro, if you got an iPhone right now, you got $1 million ticket. Ignore the noise, because where attention goes, energy flows. And you have to ask, why we always taught to focus on racism? Why aren't we just focused on bettering ourselves? Because the better you become and the more secure you become in yourself, you Gucci. Because when you're in the projects, you ain't got nobody to protect you and do nothing for you. But LeBron James got private security. So does Floyd Mayweather. So get your money right. And you need knowledge for that. Think and grow rich. Everything you see around you started as an idea. Anything in this material world you can have. So you have to understand why your attention is so valuable and why they're trying to distract you with racism and with war and oppression. Because your attention is somebody else's currency. I just had to make this video, man, because we live in a world that keeps a lot of young black men thinking that they can't be successful simply due to their skin color. And we got to kill that narrative. You can do anything, you can accomplish anything, no matter where you come from. The odds are not against you. I'm from a homeless shelter and I'm living my best life. And I'm not special. I'm not an anomaly. I'm a human. I'm spirit encased in human flesh. As Les Brown said, if you fall down, at least fall on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. It won't always be easy. But as Nipsey said, the marathon continues. Keep going. Keep speaking your truth. And the more you tell the truth and you speak truth, you encourage and enlighten other people to do the same. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, we out. Peace.